Hey, I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from WBLS, and you're going to be watching Open, and we've got it going on for you for the next hour or so. It's the only live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. So stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, joining us from all the way from South Kakalaki. He's the president and co-founder of Booker's Soul Food Starters. He'll speak to us about how the experience he has had has helped him develop all this food and all this good tasting stuff. Now, I'm working the thing, or you're working it. So let's bring him to the dinner table. Here he is, Booker. How are you? How you feeling?
I'm doing great, Dr. Lee.
The chef is in the house.
Yes, sir.
How are you? What you cooking?
Oh, man, I'm cooking a little bit of soul food, and I'm doing well.
That's good. Now, what part of South Carolina?
Now, I grew up in Spartanburg, South Carolina, but I live in the great state of Ohio, in the city with those Cleveland Browns.
And of course, you're a Cleveland Brown fan, right? So tell us about
I'm a Cowboy fan.
You're
so
a Cowboy fan.
You Giant fans, don't beat me up.
That's all right. Hey, mix it up. I have, teams from all over the place. My voice is kind of cracking because I did a parade. So I guess I got to explain that too. And, when you're out there, you're doing it for hours and you're yelling and carrying on and just bringing all these people through. But listen, how did you get started in the business of cooking, and how did you become a chef?
Well, growing up in South Carolina, we had farms and I grew up just raising product with my grandmother and my grandfather and my father, and he would have let me stand on the footstool, watch him cook, and I fell in love with cooking.
When you said you had all the products, you had the chickens and hogs and all that stuff in the
Man,
food.
we raised it all. I mean, we went to the grocery store for a few things like sliced bread, but if we didn't grow it, we didn't eat it.
I know that's right. Because you know what your animals are eating. You know what's in the product.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we grew up real rural. We went hunting and fishing. When it was time for chickens, Grandma would say, "Hey, Pokey, run out there and run me down a chicken," and I'd run down a chicken.
And I'm not going to explain. I've seen it happen. I was playing with a chicken, and I was down south, and they prepared it for dinner. I couldn't eat it because it was a pet for me at first.
Understood.
So what happened next? What did you go to school for it, or just learned everything right there?
Yeah, it was interesting because before, there was the Food Network and celebrity chefs. I decided that I wanted to go to culinary school, and in 1986, that was akin to basket weaving. You didn't do that, and I turned down football scholarships, Dr. Lee, and I just said, you know what? I'm not going to go and play college ball. The community, the state of South Carolina was shocked. And I went to Johnson & Wales in Providence, Rhode Island, and have a blessed culinary career.
And you've been cooking ever since.
Ever since.
Now, some people, they call a person a cook or chef. You, of course, you're both.
Yeah, you know what? I've got a culinary degree, but the reason I say I'm a cook because some of the best cooks are our grandmothers and our aunts and moms, and they don't have a culinary degree. Black folk, we've always passed down culinary love orally, and so those are some of the best chefs out there, even without the degrees.
Hey, did you acquire some of your folks' recipes and stuff? Those hidden secrets?
I did.
You did?
That was the inspiration for Soul Food Starters. And not only my family, Dr. Bob, your family, because think about it. A lot of folks don't really understand how to do the stuff formally because they mama say, "Baby, I don't know the recipe." Put a little bit of this, a little bit of that in it. Well, I demystified that with Soul Food Starters.
Yeah. Well, what are everybody goes through challenges. What are some of the challenges that you had to encounter in starting your business and getting it all together?
The biggest challenge was trying to get a lot of these retailers and buyers to understand that a Black brand can really resonate, in this country. Because
Yeah.
Black folk, we over-index in everything. And so, I had to convince them that soul food was relevant. And we've been blessed. We're in over 3,000 retail doors. We're a little older than 2 years, which is amazing,
Yeah.
to have that type of success.
Absolutely.
And my core audience has always been Black women, and they have powered my brand.
Yeah. So wait a minute. We just showed some things while you were talking, and those are the starter packets, right?
That's right. That's
Are,
right.
are they microwavable, or you just take them and put them in some boiling water?
No, so here's the thing. So like that macaroni and cheese, those packets, what we've done is, because you can't fake soul food, right? You got to prepare it from scratch. So with our macaroni and cheese seasoning mix, we put in the milk, eggs, all of the love, and all you do is add water, and you create a custard.
Oh,
And what a lot of folk don't realize is you live and die by the custard when you making soul food mac and cheese.
yeah.
And we do the same thing with the collard greens. So they're pantry ready items. And you just add a few produce items and follow my instructions. Now you gotta follow those instructions.
It could be a
And
disaster if you don't follow your instructions, huh?
well, because we are so used as a community of a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I've removed that. I
Yeah.
made it where I don't care if you're the most savvy chef, cook, or the most novice. If you follow my instructions, it's gonna be a home run.
You know they're gonna add a little something to it.
Well, we want you to do that. So if you want cheddar, I grew up in the country with that government cheese. So I love sharp cheddar.
There you
But
go.
if you want, faux cheese, you can do that. We just give you the blueprint where you can't mess it up.
I get it. Anything new coming up? You show those packets right there. Anything new that you're adding to the menu?
Yeah, we've got 3 vegan items that we're getting ready to launch. Now we didn't want to launch them right away because you don't play with soul food.
That's right.
So I didn't want somebody accidentally buying the vegan and say, "Hey, that ain't right." So we've got that coming, and then we created a green bean seasoning, a banana pudding seasoning, fried apples, and we've got an incredible sweet potato pie.
You're making me hungry as heck in here.
Look,
you're gonna have to come out from Ohio or South Carolina and bring some of that food. We'll set up a stand. You can cook it all up right here.
I love to do it. Listen, New York is one of my biggest supporters. I mean, it is amazing when I look at what the volume we do just in the folks from New York City. I love it.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Best is here, and she deals with a lot of the churches. You got a lot of church folk buying your food?
We probably ship a minimum of 80 to 90 households a day.
Wow.
And they're all over the country.
Wow.
And that's the beautiful thing about soul food. It resonates with our community. And that's why, through God's favor, we're in over 3,000 stores because soul food, Black folk make me national.
Oh, wait, Chef Booker, this is manufactured now, right? Because it's hard to do all this yourself and put all this stuff together.
You can't.
You started out like that, though.
Well, I did. Well, the thing about soul food, I said, I need to commercialize this.
Yeah.
Now, I was blessed before COVID hit to have an incredible business. And COVID decimated that business. I did buffets, casinos, military bases, but it was on the theme table, right? And COVID scared America away from eating at buffets.
Yeah.
And I was out of business. And post George Floyd, and all these retailers started saying, we want Black founders brands. And so COVID enabled me to launch this, and I had to find a manufacturing company that will believe in me. And I found one. Not only did I find one, I found one of the largest Black-owned companies that makes products for McDonald's, Kellogg's, and they're just blown away with our success.
That's good. You ever think about taking it to the TV show and try to get that deal? What's the name of that show that people go to? And
Shark Tank.
Yeah. We're able to say Shark Tank, of course.
Yeah. I thought about it, and in fact, they reached out to me personally.
Oh, they reached out to you. Wow. Usually people try to get on there, but they reached out to you.
Yeah, it was a blessing. And when I saw the paperwork with like 100 and something pages, I've said I'm too country, but anything that it takes 100 pages can't be right for me.
Yeah. Well, maybe
if you can't tell it to me in 2 pages, I got to be careful.
I get it. I get it. So what's next for you?
Next for me is to elevate this brand and also continue to support Black education the way we do. I love that.
Oh, beautiful.
Every time someone buys our product, we support Black education in America. And then I want to be the roadmap for other Black makers to say, if this country boy can do it, man, I got a recipe that's so bad that my family got, I want Booker to help me launch it. That's going to be my vision. That's going to be my next step.
Beautiful, beautiful. Social media, website, give it to us.
Yeah, now I'm an old country boy and I ain't on social media a lot. But if you go to www.soulfoodstarters, I got bright young folk behind me that we got all their Instagram, Facebook stuff. But this country boy can't feel. I don't know how to do that.
The original social media, up front and personal, shaking somebody's hand,
right.
looking them in the eyes. I get it.
Man, you got it. You got it. That's what I said. You might be a New Yorker, but you got that Southern swag.
I got the Southern thing. All the way from South Kakalaki.
That's right.
Hey, listen, thank you so much for joining us, and come back again. And next time, come on down or come on up. Yeah, come on up to New York.
Listen, I love New York. I'm always in New York. And the next time I'm there, I'm going to take you up on your offer.
Yeah, you got to come into the studio and set up something where you can feed everybody in the studio. We'll invite the neighborhood.
Well, we'll do it. We'll do it.
All right. Give him a big hand, everybody. Chef Claude, say it again.
I said, thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. And we'll see you soon.
All right. God bless. Bye-bye.
Chef Claude Booker, President, Booker's Soul Food. All right, we'll take a break. I've got more coming up next. We'll eat some more next on Open.